every year I hear teachers say it's getting harder and harder to teach. And a lot of teachers are kind of saying, this isn't for me, and this is just, it's too much. I don't spend enough time teaching. I spend more time doing classroom behavior and kind of just dealing with attitudes and things like that. So I have an idea. I think we can reverse course, and you're probably wondering how, and I'm somewhat intrigued, but I don't believe it, right? So that's totally valid, but let me explain. I'm Renee Seltzer, founder of Feeding My Kid, and our entire website and experience is all about kids and nutrition. I think food has a lot to do with all these behavioral issues that we're seeing in children. So let me explain. So some cereals are actually sweeter now and have more sugar than they had 3 years ago. So I'm not talking about 30 years ago or 40 years ago when we were eating cereal. I'm talking about 3 years ago. Food manufacturers are now in an arms race to see how much sugar they could add to our food. There's a lot of reasons for that, so make sure you check out other videos. But for now, I'm actually going to talk through some solutions. So I want to challenge teachers, PTA, vice principals, and mostly parents to get involved in this 30-day challenge. And that's all I'm asking is for 30 days. I want us to tweak how our kids are eating for breakfast, lunch, and snacks at school. So I want to go ahead and tweak it and improve it and do whole foods, fruits, vegetables, grains, cut out a lot of the sugary processed stuff, and just the simple carbs like Goldfish crackers and gummies and things like that. So we cut those out, we tweak it, and we offer things like carrot sticks and snap peas. I want to try this 30-day challenge, but it's actually pretty easy to do. I'm going to provide you with a snack calendar as suggestions, and provide breakfast and lunch ideas that you can hand over to parents. So I want to arm you with everything you're going to need to give to parents to really kick off this challenge. One of the things that I want to do with this challenge is if you have 10 kindergarten classes or 10 second grade classes, I want to ask that half of the classes participate and the other half doesn't. Why? Well, that's more of a fair assessment because we're all, going back to our experiments. We need, our benchmark and baseline, and then we need the ones that are participating in the challenge. So what we're going to do is for half the classes, ask that they do this 30-day challenge, and then we're going to compare notes at the end of 30 days. And if you as the teachers enjoy teaching those kids who ate better, then we could pass it on and potentially get this started all over the country, all over your school, and really make teaching more fun for teachers and for students. Because when they're lethargic and their bodies are kind of doing these highs and lows with the food that we're eating because of all that sugar and simple carbohydrates, they're not enjoying school as much either. They're getting more bored, so they're having a lot of issues with it, right? So I think they'll enjoy school a lot more. Parents, what's in it for parents? Well, because they're going to actually do the bulk of the work, right? They have to come armed with better snacks, better breakfasts, and better lunches, right? So Lunchables with Capri Suns aren't going to work. We're going to kick those out. So what we have to do for parents, I think, and this is where the experiment comes in, we're going to prove it, right? Is if we can get parents to put the effort to get their kids to eat healthier, they're going to enjoy their kids more, right? Because they'll have less tantrums, less mood. There's actually Harvard studies, and I'll put all the metadata and research and evidence-based research in the documentation I'm going to send with this video, that you're going to get all of that you could share with them. But there's Harvard research studies that show that the foods that we eat affects their mood too. So they're going to be happier, they're going to be more content, they're going to be more excited to go to school, and they're going to have more energy. And they're going to be able to concentrate and retain information better just by tweaking the foods that we're giving them, which is crazy, right? It seems so simple. So this is the benefit to the parents. They're going to have less moody kids. Their kids are going to be able to get more out of school. So that means they have to do less homework. A lot of times we're doing fractions over and over and over and over again with our kids, and they just don't get it, right? So why don't they get it? Well, they're not really able to concentrate and retain the information as well because of our food. I know it sounds crazy, and there's always going to be the kids with disabilities and the kids with learning challenges. I totally get that. There's some books with autism about the disconnected child, and in that book, they actually talk about changing the food, and that makes a big impact even for kids with autism or on the spectrum with learning disabilities. So I think this is going to benefit everybody. Maybe not everybody's going to go to the extreme of excelling in their lesson plans, but they're going to see improvement. So I want to challenge you to get this out to parents. I want every parent to watch this in the class that are selected for this, right? As a teacher, you have to be an advocate. You have to volunteer and say, hey, principal, I want my class to sign up for this challenge, right? Making sure all your parents, when you do your classroom email blasts and communications, that they buy into this, that they accept the challenge for 30 days, that they feed their kids better breakfast, lunch, and snacks, and hopefully dinners too. That would be great, right? So I want to challenge you. And then at the end of the 30 days, we're going to compare. And I want the second grade teachers to compare. If, the ones that took the challenge, are they further ahead in their curriculum? Have they enjoyed teaching? Have they noticed that there's less outbursts and less behavioral issues that they have to deal with because of the food changes that we've made? And let's just say none of this worked, right? The whole challenge was a bust. One, because parents didn't really want to participate, or two, it doesn't actually really work. Well, what happened was we fed our kids better for 30 days. So really, there's nothing that we could lose from, right? We're not saying we want to feed the kids the most expensive macadamia nuts. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can cut up carrot sticks and you can buy those carrot sticks in bulk. So I would actually tell you that a lot of times eating healthy is cheaper, and I'll tell you why. Because when you feed your kids empty calories, they get hungrier sooner because their bodies are still in need of potassium and magnesium, so they're constantly asking for more and more food. When you feed your kids, more whole grains and nuts and protein, they actually stay fuller longer, so they eat less. So overall, they're eating less. So I would tell you that it's actually not costing you any more money. And I have a lot of great recipes and tips below on how to save more money. So I don't want this to feel like you're being burdened. I want this to feel like an awesome challenge that you're ready to take and you think that you're going to do really well with it. So I challenge you, 30 days, and let's see if all these things improve.